On several occasions now, I've regarded it as a massive privilege to travel to Timor-Leste as a volunteer English teacher in their communities. A highlight that I've often shared from my trip was when I walked with a little girl through her village, her hand in mine and mine in hers. Not knowing each other's language, we walked together in silence. It got me thinking, what are the chances that I was born in Australia and she was born here? What are the odds that she has her life the way it is and I have mine? But most of all, why did she give me this time of day? This stranger to her from Australia. She was so open and welcoming of me in her village. That little girl helped me hear something said by Pope Francis in a new way. This is why I want a church which is poor and for the poor. The poor have much to teach us. We need to let ourselves be evangelized by them. As a teacher volunteering overseas to teach, I found that this little girl was my teacher. She taught me that our body language and presence can say so much. She taught me how to be open to the unknown. She taught me how to be radically welcoming of a stranger. Jesus once told a parable where feeding the hungry and the thirsty or inviting the stranger is in fact responding to the presence of Jesus in the other. An interesting perspective I heard on this parable was that Jesus was telling his followers to do this not because of some moral obligation, but because doing so makes them more human and makes them more open to the presence of God in the other. Feed the hungry and thirsty. Invite interaction with the strangers we encounter each day. These gestures make me more human. It makes me more open to the presence of God that cannot be duplicated or replaced by anyone else. Pope Benedict XVI once said that being Christian is not the result of an ethical choice or a lofty idea, but the encounter with an event, a person, which gives life a new horizon and a decisive direction. That's that little girl in Timor-Leste, an encounter with Jesus who held my hand in that village. As a teacher, back in Sydney, I find there are days when the practicalities of exams and learning the syllabus necessarily become the focus. And then there are those days, those daily opportunities when in my students, I'm reminded of what that little girl taught me, where I'm invited to see and respond to God's presence teaching me.